Welcome to the Clinical Cantonese lesson, 臨床廣府話, provided by Family Care Physiotherapy Clinic. Today, the topic is very generic. It's about family history, which is very clinically relevant, especially when we ask for some disease history which is genetic related. For us, Chinese and Cantonese, we call our relatives according to the mother side, father side, gender, and junior and senior. It can be quite challenging. It relates to our clinical history taking because, for example, some disease like rheumatoid arthritis, scoliosis is more female bias. And some condition like alkalosis, spondylosis is more male bias. So that's why when I ask for family history, we better to be specified for father side or mother side. For example, language like English and Japanese, they have less gender difference in family when we call the members, for example, uncles and aunties. But Chinese, we have more specific titles. To start with, of course, we need to start with basic father and mother. Formal Cantonese, we call it 爸爸, 妈妈 is quite universal, right? 爸爸, 妈妈 for father and mother. But specifically in very Cantonese dialect, we call 老豆, 老母 in a very layman term. Let me repeat. 老豆, 老母. This means old father, old mother. You can interpret it in this way. Be aware of that we have very specific culture. It is offensive and it is an insult. We call it 你老母, 你老母. Okay, it's a kind of insult. So that's why I know sometimes you want to try to be layman and approachable, but not in this phase, especially the people put an X before. This is very offensive, foul language. Okay, try to avoid it. Here comes to the main point of this lesson. In English, we generically call all the males as uncles, uncles, uncle, uncle, no matter which are your relatives or which are not your relatives but senior. But in Cantonese, we have specific naming. For example, uncles in your father's side, For those who are elder than your father, we call it 伯父, 伯父, or we call it 伯伯, 伯伯. Also, we need to give them orders as well. The eldest one we call it 大伯. Second one we call it 二伯. Okay. Then come to the younger one, younger than the father. We call it 叔叔, 叔叔. Or less common, we call it 叔父, 叔父, which is more written Cantonese. We don't say in oral Cantonese. It is also more common. We put them in orders and say that, for example, if he's the second one in the father generation, we call it 二叔, 二叔. Or the third one, 三叔, 三叔. Okay, then according to that, we also need to name the wives of our uncles with specific naming. For example, the elder one, 伯父. Wives, we call it 伯娘. 伯父, 伯娘. Okay. For the younger one, we call it 叔叔, 嬸嬸. 叔叔, 嬸嬸. Then here, now the aunties in the father side. Aunties in the father side. The sister elder than the father, okay, elder than your father, we call it 姑媽, 姑媽. Similarly, we also add their family order to call them as well. 大姑媽、二姑媽 Okay, those are elder than your father. Then younger than the father, we call it 姑姐, 姑姐. Similarly, we can add the orders like 二姑姐, 三姑姐. Also, they have their husband. Their husband, that of the aunties in the father's side, we commonly call them 姑丈, 姑丈, regardless of the order. Then now comes to the uncles in the mother side. Uncles in the mother side. Luckily, it is easier for them because they don't have elder or younger difference. We commonly call them 舅父, 舅父. This means the elder or younger brother of the mother. Okay, we call it 舅父. And those the wives of them are the 舅母, 舅母. So let me repeat, 舅父, 舅母. Although it's a little bit strict and dry, but just please keep it on just a little bit more. So now come to the aunties in the mother side. Elder sister of mother, we call it 姨媽, 姨媽. And younger sister of mother, we call it 阿姨, 阿姨. Now the husband of the aunties on the mother side, yes, is luckily simpler. We commonly call them 姨丈, 姨丈. For colleagues who are medical professionals, here that you really need to know this summary. Although it is a little bit complicated and confusing, but you need to differentiate whether they're blood relatives or non-blood relatives in order for you to understand if there are genetic conditions. I just repeat every term here from the left side straight to the right side straight for you. So first one, 伯父, 伯父, 叔叔, 叔叔, 舅父, 舅父. They are blood related uncle. And then for non-blood related, okay, we have 姑丈, 姑丈, 姨丈, 姨丈. For the auntie side, those blood relatives are 姑媽, 姑媽, 姑姐, 姑姐, 姨媽, 姨媽, 阿姨, 阿姨. Okay, for non-blood related aunties, those are 伯娘, 伯娘, 嬸嬸, 嬸嬸, 舅母, 舅母. Not easy, right? So you may need to capture the screen, pause it, and then refer to the previous way to differentiate them. What are the relationship? Again, this lesson, family seems to be simple, but you just realize that we have a lot of different naming. It can be quite confusing, but indeed, it is important for us to check the family history when see the patient, especially from genetic disease. If the patient tell you, my uncle died from cancer, my auntie, she has hypertension and diabetes. Yeah, you also need to differentiate them, right? In English, they will say, they're genetic related, non-genetic related. But for us in Cantonese, we just say the name, we can tell already. And this topic, I confess that is quite challenging for non-Chinese speaker. For Chinese speaker, it's better, but just for English or Japanese speaker, it's a little bit confusing and harder. It's worth your time to study that if you really want to learn Cantonese in clinical practice. We'll continue more in part 2. When I made this lesson, it was the time that Her Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth II, just passed away. She is our 女王陛下. So I really wish her can rest in peace and thank you for everything. Her Majesty.